Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will show you how to build a REST API using Express.js. This is perfect for backend beginners. So, we'll focus on get and post request to fetch the data and create a data. So, let's dive into it. First of all, to start, I'm going to create a new folder called as Express REST API, and I'm going to open it using VS Code. Next, I'm gonna initialize the package.json using the command npm init space -y. Afterwards, I'm gonna install Express. Yeah, it's installed. So next, I'm gonna create a folder called server.js. Here, what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna import the const express. Import the express. Next, I'm gonna create a app instance for the express. Next, I'm going to see if it is working or not. So to check at which port we want this, first I'm going to declare the port to 3000. Next, I'm going to listen it if it is working or not. Listen port. See if I go for a browser and I click localhost 3000, it's going to give site cannot be reached. Now if I run npm, sorry, npm node server.js, it is showing running in server is running at port 3000. So if I go back and refresh it, so it's working. We cannot get anything because I didn't provide anything in the get route, so it's working. Now if I make some changes here, I have to stop the port here and I have to run it again. So I don't want to do that. For that there is a package called nodemon, npm I nodemon, and I'm going to save it as a dev dependency. So think save as dev. So it's gonna install the nodemon. As you can see, this nodemon is installed. Now if you get an error here, now if I type nodemon server.js, it's working for me. If you get an error here, what you have to do is just type npm I for global nodemon. It's going to install the nodemon globally, so it will not give an error. Now just gonna run nodemon server. If I just change anything here, like in the port number, I will just type something, and if I save, it's gonna automatically rerun the node server.js. So I don't want to do it manually again and again. So that's for nodemon. Next, I'm gonna of express for parsing the incoming JSON data. Let me tell you how to do is that app dot use express.json. This is gonna parse the data which is coming from the request. Next, now I'm gonna show you how to create a get route to fetch all the data. First, I'm gonna create a dummy array const. Let me create in the upper section. Const items is equals to. Now this is our dummy array. Now if I will go for I will create a get route now of items, because since I'm using items, I'm gonna give the name as items. It is not necessary to give this as items only. If you give anything, it's gonna work, not an issue. Now I'm gonna give the response as JSON items. I'm gonna respond with the items. Now if I save it and go for the backend and I go for the route, whatever route I'm using, that is items, I'm gonna get all the data here. So this is how you can create the get request in Express. Now instead of going here and doing that, we can do directly in the VS Code only. For that there is an extension called Thunder client. Just type Thunder, is gonna give this one. See, it's a lightweight REST API client. So install it, that's it. Then go for Thunder client, this symbol, and create a new request. Here, since I am using get, I want this one. Now I'm just copy this and paste it here, and I'm gonna set. It's gonna respond with all the data. Now I'm gonna create one for post app dot post for create adding a item to our item array. I'm gonna use the same route as items only, request as expense. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the item, whichever is the user is passing from the client side, and store it in a variable called item. This is the request I'm getting, and this is the body. Body means whatever the data is containing here. I'm gonna store it here. Next, I'm gonna push that into the items array. I'm gonna push this item into this item array. This is a JavaScript method. Next, I'm gonna give a response with status of 201, and I'm gonna also send the whatever the item user has sent it. I'm gonna just show it here. If I save it and I'm gonna create a new request, instead of get, I'm gonna go for post. I'm gonna paste the same URL here. Now I'm gonna need a body. I have to send a body here. So let me go for here, and I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna paste it here. And instead of one, I'm gonna write with 4. Item 1 will be 4. I will leave this as it is. You can change it. Now if I send it, see, I'm getting a response with whatever the data I've sent it. Now if I go here and if I refresh, I'm getting the new one whichever I added. So let me show you. I've added this middleware for parsing the income. If I comment it and if I try to send it, try to post, post like I'm gonna change it to 5, and if I try to send it here, let me save it. See, I'm not gonna get any response, and if I try to refresh here also, I'm gonna get it as a null. So we are gonna need to use this middleware. That's it for get and post request for our REST APIs using Express. You can let me zoom out a bit. I think I close the array. You can add your array your own, and you can pause the video and see the codes, and you can try it yourself also. So that's it for get and post methods. Get and post methods. So in our next video, I'm going to show you how to you update and delete these items. If you enjoy this, like and subscribe to the channel will be appreciated. See you soon.